Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be tackling our Tacoma. We're going to be installing a oil cash can, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so purpose of this video is that we're going to be installing an oil cash can for our 2016 and up Toyota Tacoma. And the reason that we want to install a oil cash can is so all the junk from the oil bypass doesn't go into the intake. Now, you may be asking, well, why do I need an oil cash can if these Tacoma have both port and direct injections? Well, it is a good question. So yes, it is not necessary, but still all that oil and all that vapor and junk still goes into the intake. Even though the intake valves are clean, you'll still get accumulated on the intake runners. And with the oil cash can, it will make sure that the intake is as clean as possible without any debris or anything like that. So with that said, it's always a good idea to have a oil cash can, no matter what kind of vehicle you have. This will help keep that engine clean internally, and also helps prevent all that gunk and junk from the vapors into the intake. Okay, so as you can see, there's not a lot of room here, but this hose right here, as you can see, that goes into the intake manifold. That's where we want to use to install our oil cash can. As you can see, it goes all the way into the valve cover right there. So yeah, so we're trying to find a location to go. I can either try to use this bolt here to install the cash can here, or I might install it somewhere around here in the firewall. So again, I'll see which location is best. So what is an oil cash can? Well, an oil cash can, or an air oil separator can, is basically a canister that collects all that engine blow-by from the engine crankcase and basically accumulates all that excessive oil vapors and separates them and prevents them from going into the engine itself. One of the benefits of having oil cash can on any car, especially GDI cars, is that it helps prevent all that blow-by going into the engine and basically creating carbon buildup on the intake valve. As you can see here, this is an intake valve out of a GDI engine. So all that blow-by accumulates and basically gets stuck into the ports and intake valve, creating kind of like an obstruction. And this obstruction robs horsepower and also helps poor engine reliability and performance. That is why running an oil cash can is beneficial and helps you save money on costly maintenance, and also keeps that engine running top notch. So this is the oil cash can that we are going to be running. It's basically a Mishimoto style oil cash can. I just got this from eBay for, I don't know, $25-$30, just depends where you get them. But I've seen some people run this online, and there's no issue with it. People run it pretty good. I think this is perfect for this application because obviously this is just a stock engine. It's not modified, it's not turbo or anything, forced induction. If you're running a forced induction engine, you should get a bigger oil cash can or from a reputable brand. This should work for our application. Again, there are purpose-built cash can for the Toyota Tacomas, but this is just a fraction of the price from it, and this should work pretty good for our application here. Again, not a forced induction car. Naturally aspirated cars don't create a lot of blow-by. But for now, it's pretty good quality. I like the color, it's black, and as you can see, feels pretty robust. And as you can see here, this is the intake and the exhaust port. And then we have the canister itself, where all the oil gets in there. And then here we have the bronze filter. This bronze filter is a 40 micron. This helps reduce the air velocity coming into the intake, and that is what helps all that oil gets trapped into the canister. Then all you got to do is just basically put it in and then just twist it. And as you can see, it has an O-ring that helps with seal. Again, this is creating negative pressure, and you want to make sure that this is sealed up nicely. If not, maybe you haven't checked engine or error code, but again, just want to make sure that everything seals and tightly. So yeah, and then we one thing that I would like to do for extra is basically use this steel brush wool. Basically this will go in between the bronze filter and this collector. Will give basically extra filtration for the catch can itself. Helps better filtration for the oil. Okay guys, so I just baked this bracket here, so I just bend it 90 degrees and nice and solid, so there's space to put the catch can here. Also drill holes here and here, so I'm reusing this bolt, and then I'm using this bolt with some washers to kind of have it evenly. So you can see there's pretty much good space there. Okay, so now I have the catch can installed, and as you can see I have it facing this way, so this line goes in, this line goes out. So this line here goes from the PVC in here, and then out here goes into the intake. And as you can see, I already got the hose in here. So this hose right here goes to here. Now, the way I position this is so that way the hose comes in here, but I don't want to create a tight bend. So it kind of loops around here, and then this one kind of goes into the existing hose here with a 3/8 union. And then I just use these hose clamps. Got this Harbor Freight to clamp it all down. And there you have it, folks. So as you can see, it's round out here. It is joined with the old hose on here, and then this one goes loop around the intake. So yeah, so that's how this DIY catch can is made. Alright guys, so after fiddling around, I decided to flip the bracket upwards because lower to here is a little bit difficult to get to. So now I have more space to kind of get to the catch can itself. And then I also checked, and there's enough clearance that it won't hit the hood here. So overall, I put some zip ties around here so this way it doesn't rub, and down there so it doesn't rub against all the hoses and kind of wears it out. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It came out pretty good. Okay, so far so good. Everything looks pretty good. There's no vacuum leaks. So yeah, I think this is a pretty good success. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to hit like, subscribe to my channel for future contents.